Hi everyone! Thank you for checking out my latest video. You might notice that this video is not in the red flag playlist, but rather the general playlist. I wanted to put in the general category because while you might notice this trait in your partner during your relationship, it's more of a broad general trait rather than something being exclusive to a relationship. Also, I'm up to 366 subscribers, which is amazing to me since I've only been doing this for a few months. But I've started to get a considerable amount of negative comments accusing me of being a narcissist, not knowing what I'm talking about, being a typical bitter ex-girlfriend, spreading lies, and my favorite is that everyone who has a channel about toxic relationships, we all coordinate with one another to spread the exact same false information, because I really have the time to do that. At first it kind of bothered me, but now I just think it's hilarious. It has never occurred to me to leave a rude comment or a thumbs down on anything. If I don't like a video, I just don't watch it again. That being said, I guess I've gained enough of a following in my short time on YouTube to gain some haters, so whatever. I thank my supporters. We've been through a similar experience and we're here for each other. So anyway, in this particular video, I'm citing most of my information from Sam Vadkin. You might notice that your partner displays very inconsistent behavior, and they're generally very moody. Deep down, they're very depressed, and as hard as they try, they can never really find pleasure or happiness so much in anything. They're perpetually bored, so they're constantly in pursuit of anything to alleviate their boredom. They're extremely compulsive, so they don't tend to think about the repercussions of their decisions. And they're constantly looking for the meaning of their own life, and looking for something to make themselves feel significant. This is a direct quote, and there's really no way for me to paraphrase it. This displaces the emotional rewards of intimacy in a mature relationship. So because of who the narcissist is as a person, they cannot form mature attachments. They can't be intimate. They can't be in a stable, mature relationship. They're dealing with such pain deep down, and they're afraid that if they get too attached, you will hurt them. So in a way, they sort of shoot first. They want to hurt you before you can hurt them. So you might notice that just when things are going really, really well, and they feel wonderful, they will do something to screw it up. I don't need to give specific examples because in each of my red flag videos, I give all the examples of my ex-boyfriend being a terrible person. Typically when things were absolutely wonderful, that's when he would do something awful to screw everything up. He couldn't just enjoy healthy, meaningful things, because a narcissist's mind can't comprehend that stuff. Screwing something up, making their partner feel bad, starting a fight, in a sick way, it gives their life meaning. And it kind of shields them from experiencing pain which they're running away from. If you refer to my last video on triangulation, the narcissist causes conflict between himself and two other people. The drama that they cause feeds their ego, as well as stonewalling, gaslighting. These are all things that they do to make you upset and angry, and anything that feeds their ego and makes you upset is great. When there is no excitement to be found in the outside world, and they're momentarily unable to alleviate their own boredom by cheating on you or causing some type of conflict or fighting with you, they need to create their own internal drama, their own internal excitement. And the same adrenaline rush that they experience when they're out cheating on you, they feel the same thing when they're anxious. It's all subconscious. They're not aware of what they're doing. So they make themselves feel anxious and miserable because they need to feel something. And anxiety is the next best thing. I know it's kind of hard to understand, but the more I really thought about it, it started to make a lot of sense. This is a very quick, very general video. I hope this information was helpful. If you haven't read Sam Vadkin's book, I suggest you read it. It's called Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited, I think. It's a long title. It's a very long book. It's like 700 pages. Very, very technical. It's not a very easy book to read, but it's very helpful. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you guys soon.